Hey guys, I'm gonna warn you. There's gonna be some very, very strong language that you're about to see, so you might want to put the kids out of the room or whatever.
Chicago Public Schools just announced it's laying off more than 1,400 school-based employees. This includes 432 teachers and 677 special ed classroom assistants. CPS says this is part of its annual workforce planning and budgeting process. Historically, the district says more than 80% of impacted employees have secured new positions within CPS prior to the start of the school year. It's not known if the current $734 million budget deficit will impact that rehiring process.
Somebody tell that old bitch ass nigga that's the mayor in Chicago, he loved the fucking immigrants so much he just put the school system in $734 million worth of debt. Now the kids are being threatened not to even go to school next year. Because you love the motherfucking immigrants, you pussy bitch. I can't stand niggas like that. You don't give a fuck about your community. And you black. And your whole thing is, I'ma stand up for the illegals. I'ma stand up for the illegals. I'ma stand up for these people. What about your people, you bitch, pussy bitch? I wanna slap the fuck out your pussy ass. On my soul. Somebody call Mayor Johnson and tell that bitch to get at me. You about to have these kids not even going to school next year, you pussy bitch.
You all sit up there and said you will not allow Trump to come in here and get these illegals. Yeah, you can smile. We're in a $1 billion deficit. And you spent half of our money, half of that on illegals. You campaigned and doubled down that you would not raise property taxes.
I won't raise your property taxes.
You wanted to raise our taxes $300 million. They shut it down. Now we back here for $150 million. Okay. See, this is what we asking now. Since you want to crash out, some of y'all say y'all willing to go to jail for it. Trump, Tom Homan, make an example out this right here first. Please come here first. Spend our tax dollars to go. Michael Rodriguez, you said to take Trump to court to protect these illegals. That's cool because we about to make all of y'all aldermen famous. Y'all think this is how it's gonna ride? I think not. Flip Chicago red. We not playing.
This was going to happen to you. You got Cash Patel and Pam Bundy that you're going to have to deal with sooner than later. Then it's going to be an audit. Next, it's going to be an investigation. Then it's going to be an indictment. Conviction. That's what's going to happen to you.
Mr. Brandon Johnson, I'm up here. I am speaking right now, so I would love your undivided attention, please. I'll wait. So this just proves to you the lack of leadership that you show in this city. You can't even give me straight eye contact. Now, I'm going to let you know now, the people of Chicago, we're done with you. It is insane how we have been voting Democrat for over 60 plus years, and we've never seen a change from people like you, Lori Lightfoot, Robbie Manuel. It is insane. Chicago was 37% red. In 2020, it was only 15%. So we're waking up. So you can pretend that this isn't happening, but I know for a fact that you will not have that seat the next election.
Come on, Brandon Johnson gave out $1 billion to the migrants, just like that.
A billion?
We will not cooperate with ICE. Because if they are willing to come after undocumented people, this is the same force that works to intimidate black and brown people across this globe. We will not be intimidated by the militarized force that Donald Trump has put before us.
So listen, as many of you guys know, I am from Chicago, was raised in Chicago. I have a church in Chicago now, and I love Chicago. As crazy as that might sound, I am Chicago all the way through. I wouldn't leave Chicago. I believe that God has called me to this city. You see that we go out into the city, feed the homeless, try to bless the community the best that we can with what we have. But man, Chicago is something else. You know, if it's not the spirit of murder and the killing that's going on, just the terrible leaders that we've had, right? The Bible talks about wisdom for a reason, right? And so what happens is Satan comes as an angel of light. And one of his oldest tricks is to come across like he's something good or he's offering something good. And even if it sounds good, right, the end of it is to destroy you. So they come with this narrative, right, that to put America first, right, is bad. But somehow we magically pull all of this money out of our butt to give to migrants, to give to illegals. And now here we are in Chicago with almost a 740 million deficit, and we're laying off all these people from the CPS. Our schools are struggling, but somehow we had the ability to give all this money away to migrants. And I know we've seen the same thing in New York. They were giving these cell phones and money and grants. And it's like, it really should make you sick if you are a tax-paying citizen. Now, listen, I'm all for taking care of people. I'm all for helping people. But let's stop it with the woke, fake nonsense. How is it that we have the ability to take care of, think about it, when these migrant caravans was happening, that was orchestrated chaos. These people were going for weeks, that they're just a big crowd and they're marching toward America, and then it would just disappear and, kind of go away, and it was in the news cycle. A lot of this stuff was propaganda. It was orchestrated, and a lot of it is we hate Republicans and Trump so much. We just, whatever they're talking about, we got to go the opposite, right? Even though Obama was deporting people, even though Obama had the cages and stuff, right? What the problem happens with the media, they only get you to care when they tell you to care, right? So for example, remember when they brought up the cages, and people didn't even know that these cages had been there since Obama. Because a lot of you guys don't really care. You only care when the media says, hey, boop, look at this, care, be mad, be outraged. And you take the bait every time. And because people didn't listen to the warnings and the wisdom, it is not wisdom to just let everybody in and just give all your resources away, because now our schools are struggling. Our people are struggling. Our communities are struggling. Our hoods are struggling. And it's like this blind loyalty to vote a certain way or be a certain way. Like, when is that going to change? Now, obviously, we have to put our hope in Jesus Christ. Obviously, the churches need to step up and make a difference, right? You got the 501(c)(3). You got people giving their offering. We got to make a difference in the communities. We got to make a difference in the education. So first, I'm calling on the church to step up. It's not so much putting your faith in a president, a Republican, or a Democrat, or a leader, but from a wisdom perspective, why would I keep voting for people who are doing this nonsense and not putting the needs of our communities, right, and our people first? And so now we've got our kids struggling, and just think about it. Heaven has walls for a reason. In Mexico right now, they have Mexicans protesting because I think it's the people from Honduras are coming, and they don't want them to come in and change their culture and do what we see the Muslims doing in the UK, in Germany, and everywhere else. But here in America, we have went so woke that we're not wise, and that is the problem, right? We're so politically correct. Well, just let men go in women's bathrooms. Men can get pregnant. Just complete nonsense. And we're not allowed to speak up because we've allowed these demented, crazy people to get in positions of power to push things that are literally destroying our culture, destroying our nation. I always say turning America into a modern day Sodom and Gomorrah. It is absolutely disgusting what is going on, whether it's New York, Chicago, and then what's so crazy, they're like, yeah, send them over here, and anybody who is against this is evil, they're wicked, they're mean. The same thing they do with the LGBTQ. If you don't support it and bow down, you're a homophobe. If you don't support what they're saying, they say, remember they're called good, evil, and evil good. They'll say, oh, you're a racist. I'm not a racist. I believe in helping the people. And even with this ICE stuff, I do believe that if someone has been here being a productive member of society, they're working hard, they're not causing no problems, I would leave them alone. But I do think there needs to be order. God is a God of order. There should be a way that we control who's coming in at the border from a wisdom perspective. But yes, we should help everybody that we can. But also we have to realize there are bad, wicked, evil people, and that a lot of these politicians don't care nothing about the community. They don't care nothing about the people. They care about their propaganda and their agendas. So, guys, I'm trying to make a difference here in Chicago, but this is absolutely bananas to me. Like, pray for this city, because golly, www.marcusrogersministries.org if you want to support what we're doing here in Chicago. Love you. God bless.
Before our next speaker, I would respectfully ask yet again that those that are participating in democracy allow our speakers to finish their presentation. If you cannot adhere to that expectation, I'm going to ask that our Sergeant at Arms remove you. Give our speakers the respect that they deserve. They're 3 minutes. You may commence.
Good afternoon, Mayor. Good afternoon, everybody here. My name is Richard. Last name is Paso. I'm a store manager at an automotive facility here in Chicago. I'm a native to Chicago. It's near and dear to my heart. The city doesn't feel the same anymore. There's a lot of stuff going on right now that's really hard to process. There's a lot of people here that have watched me on social media. I'm a social media influencer. I've heard the word getting back to me. Some of the people that work for you have gotten stuff back to me. I'm going to say what I have to say regardless. You can come after me if you want. You can try to slander me if you want. Some of the aldermen can talk behind my back if you want. But there's 31 out of 50 aldermen, December 14th, that turned their back on the public, that said, I will not take their vote on this city continuing to be a sanctuary city. You turned it to yourself to speak for us. You turned it to yourself to speak for the public. We pay you. You work for us.
That's right. That's right.
How can you stand there and say anything about we don't want to take their vote? We're going to speak on their behalf, and this is how it's going to be. It shouldn't work that way. Any politician that feels like they deserve that type of control over people, they don't deserve to be politicians. They don't deserve to be in the spot that they're in. Second of all, I'm a veteran. I served 15 months in a war zone for this country where I got hurt. Yes, the VA does take care of me. But every year I'm hearing, let's take away, let's take away, let's take away, let's give back, let's take away, let's give back. But we have immigrants that serve with us, that put their life on the line, that are still fighting for citizenship, that are in the military, that deserve all the respect in the world, and they don't get it. They come back, they're still fighting for citizenship. Some of them don't get it, they get deported. These are people that put their life on the line for this country, for all of you to have the freedom and the jobs that you have, and they don't get the respect to have somebody care for them and help them through the process. But all of you guys out here will vote for people that are complete aliens to this country, that have nothing. Trinidad, Venezuela, anything coming from the Dominican, Honduras, all these people are coming here. They've cleared out these prisons years ago. And they're sending all these people here. They don't want them there. They don't serve them a purpose. They're showing up here in New York, in Chicago, attacking people in the streets. The police are fighting with them in the shelters that you guys are funding. Right. You guys think it's a great idea, but yet your police officers are getting attacked. Right. Your public's getting attacked. You're putting our lives at risk by doing what you're doing, and none of you care about it because the mighty dollar sits on top. And as long as somebody's in your pocket that you're working with, you're okay with doing it. You don't care about the citizens. At some point in time, there's going to be an answering for this. What it is, I don't know. But it doesn't look good. And I don't respect most of the people that are in here because you turned your back on the citizens and you said your voice doesn't matter.
That's right. That's right. Yes.